In this mosaic tips and tricks video, I'm going to go through the process on how to split a top, bottom, back, and end of a cabinet. We're going to work with this cabinet 102, which is 73 inches long, and cabinet 104, which has a height of 108 inches long. Let's go ahead and optimize this job and see what happens. I just want to optimize the actual backs of the cabinet real quick. And once the optimizer opens up and we optimize the actual job, you will see the notification that we get that the parts are not going to be placed on the sheet. You can see right here, there's our notice. We have two parts of the 1/2 inch pre-finished UV plywood that were unable to be placed. Let's select OK. If you do optimize a job, it's always best to select View Unplaced Parts after you optimize before you start selecting your materials to review the sheet optimization. You can see the two unplaced parts are listed in the Unplaced Parts bin. Let me just go ahead and add a sheet here. This sheet is 96.5 by 48.5. If I bring the U back in here from cabinet 102, you can see my grain is going vertically on the U back, but my grain on the actual panel is going left to right or lengthwise, so that would not fit. You can obviously hold the shift key and Q and rotate your back, but then the grain on your back is going to be going horizontally. Let me go ahead and select Edit Sheet, and let's just go ahead and delete this sheet again and select OK. Now, if I add another sheet and we bring the other back in, you can see on my tall cabinet, it's too tall for the sheet itself. That's not going to work either. We need to adjust that. Let's go to the Materials tab and delete all the materials out of the optimizer. That way it's totally 100% clean, and I'm going to save the job and close out the optimizer. Go back into the Products tab. Let's select the cabinet 102, and let's bring it into our 2D, 3D viewer. Now the customer requested that they have 3 sections with 3 pair of doors. So I'm going to clear this out, highlight the interior part of it, and I'm going to vertically split it into 3 pairs. That way we have 3 different sections, a pair of doors. If I go to the Interior tab, I have separators in here. You can see this is called a separator, this dotted line right here. You can actually split the back on these individual separators if you would like by selecting Split Back. See how that happened? And you can also split the back, top or bottom on a partition. My separator is selected. Let me go ahead and delete the separator, resplit it, and then let's center that partition up, and then you can split the back on that partition. You can see how that works right there. Let's go ahead and leave this one partition in here, and then we'll just split the back on that separator. If for any reason you need to split the bottom of the cabinet, you can do that also on the separator or the partition. And let's go to the parameters. If you happen to have a full top on the actual cabinet, let me go to full top. This will be a better example than stretchers. You can go to your Interior tab here, select your vertical partitions, and split the top. Even if you do have stretchers along the width, it will still split those stretchers. So you can do that either way. Now on the tall cabinet, let's double click on this one and take a look at it. Go to our View Product. There's the back of the cabinet, Interior tab. This time we're going to select the fixed shelf. It will not work with a adjustable shelf. Look down here, there's no options, but when you select that fixed shelf, you can split the back. You can also split your ends if you need to do that because of your plywood. In this scenario, I would need to do that. Let's select OK. Let's go ahead and rerun the optimizer again, and I just want to select the 1/2 inch backs And let's optimize this again. Remember, I deleted all the parts in the optimizer first. I do not like overwriting parts. Now, if we optimize the actual sheet again, you will see we don't have any parts in the unplaced parts bin now. So you can now cut the job. All of our parts are split, so I can now nest this job, cut it, build it, and install it for our customer.